Shalom, Yashrala. It's your brother Dawada from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Rakak, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you, I can push in this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so I want to jump into this quick little lesson. Still dealing with the mark of the beast again. All right. Hey, the spirit's heavy on the mark of the beast at the moment. All right. I want to touch in and show a video of basically this is an older video of a lady who was chipped a while back, and I believe she said she was unknowingly chipped, but nevertheless, you get to hear about some of the torture and the torment that she's going through. All right. And that's really nothing comparably to what, the ultimate outcome is. So we're going to get into, the mark of the beast and what happens if you take that chip. All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, so basically Esau at the end point in time when he got, right when he's about to have his whole dominion, like in Job 20:20, when he's about to fill his belly, everything's gonna come crashing down. But nevertheless, he's gonna have everything pretty much set up and in place. All right, and if you look up what Agenda 2045, you can see that, hey man, he ready to have his new world order completed, done with everything rolling, by 2035. All right, which is what 15 years from now. All right. But it says, he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. So he's going to forcibly put this in all people. All right. And so, now it's surfacing, some of their trial errors and, when they was testing this from years back, because what I'm going to show you, this isn't nothing new. This is like from years and years ago. I've probably seen this here video maybe 7 to 10 years ago, but, and this video is a lot older than that, I do believe. But nevertheless, this is one of the things that the so-called white man is planning on implementing worldwide. It's a global plan. Like I said, look up Agenda 2045. All right. Now let me go to Revelation 14, dealing with, basically what happens if you take that chip. This is Revelation 14 and 10. It says 14 and 9. And a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. All right. And another thing, all right, really is as long as it's engraved inside of you somewhere or inserted inside of you anywhere, because hey, they putting these chips in all kind of places, they hiding them in all kind of places, not necessarily just in your hand or in your forehead. But as you'll know, what this lady's talking about, I believe she got hers in the vaginal area. But nevertheless, don't get this chip nowhere. All right. It says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. All right, his righteous judgment. But nevertheless, it's like saying, hey, we taking straight shots, straight, no chaser. You got some let's say some hardcore tequila, some real strong shit. Some people might be like, no, you got to cut that real quick. Most High saying, no, you ain't cutting this. You're going to drink the whole bottle all down at once, and don't spit none of it out. You're going to get the whole cup of judgment. You're going to get the judgment right along with all the wicked, right along with Esau and everybody else. If you take that chip, you're going to get it as well. All right. It says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation. All right. And we know that this is going to be the ultimate judgment by what? Thermonuclear missiles. That's the end all be all final judgment. And one thing about that is, hey man, it's a guaranteed kill shot if your ass get that damn chip, that your ass gonna get hit with one of the missiles. Because one thing that's, that's designed with all of this, that's a tracking device. These missiles, they not just free fall bombs. They all tracking and hitting targets. You see what I'm saying? It says, let me just read it over again. Verse 10. And the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So yeah, the smoke of their torment gonna go up right along with Babylon. But it's kind of funny. It says they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast of the image who receiveth the mark. And just spiritually extrapolating through that, they not going to be having rest day or night at all once they get hit with them damn missiles. They're going to be a part of the elements, the dirt and all that. So, hey, we might be looking at what I'm about to show you in this video. You know, the people who taking the chip, all right, because technically, yeah, your ass can take the chip right here, right now, today, and your ass, you know, the missile's not gonna come and hit your ass today, you know, because we still gotta wait for the rest of the prophecies to come for them to make this mandatory. But what? Who's not to say, like in the video, you're gonna see that you're not gonna be tormented and tortured all the way up to the day of your ass getting hit with that missile, all right? Because like I said, I'm about to show you a video of that same scenario happening now. All right, one lady has already got this chip for a while back, and she's being tormented. All right, it says in the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. Yeah, when the nukes come down, all right, they're gonna be turned to dust. It says, and they shall have no rest day nor night who worship the beast or the image whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Yeah, like I said, that's what I believe that this lady here is going through. Here is patience. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of YAHAWASHI. All right. Actually, there was something else I could have pulled out of here. Nevertheless, I'm gonna just go right here. This is Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount of Zion, with him 144,000, having the Father's name written in their forehead. That's gonna basically be the elect. They're gonna know, and they're gonna have this. This is gonna be the knowledge and stability of our time. With all that get wisdom. See, we devouring this here book, and we walking by this, so we already know not to take that chip. And you know, we was given the prophecies, and also we was commanded, watch ye therefore. So we watching all these different things. We seeing all these signs, and we running when we get the signs, and we shouting at the top of our lungs with these same signs. All right. So let me go ahead and get onto this here video. And this is actually one of the brothers' channels.
Give us your name and who you represent, please, ma'am.
My name is Kathleen Gary, and I'm a resident of DeKalb County, and I'm also one of the people in Georgia who has a microchip. And I've been talking to the different legislators and trying to get help in trying to outlaw this the implants. I want to speak particularly on the medical issue of the microchip that she mentioned. And I just got a few things. Microchips, they infringe on issues that are fundamental to our very existence. They're our rights to privacy, our rights to body integrity, the right to say no to foreign objects being put in our bodies, specifically the right to refuse microchips being put in our bodies by the government, or anyone else, the right not to be tortured in our homes by these microchips being scanned by electronic devices that's happening, and to activate these microchips, the right to work without being tortured by co-workers who are activating these microchips by using their cell phones and other electronic devices, the right to just live, work, worship, attend school, attend church services without being further torture from these microchips. It's actually torture. It's just not just a little implant that you put in. You're actually tortured by these microchips. When they are scanned, they cause the body all kind of problems. Microchips are like little beepers. And just imagine, if you will, having a beeper in your rectum, a genital area, in the most sensitive area of your body, and your beeper number is displayed on billboards throughout the city, all done without your permission, with an award available for each caller. Hundreds of people calling you, blowing up your beeper, vibrating it in your flesh, invading your privacy rights to your own body. You're followed and tortured everywhere you go. You travel all over town trying to get somebody to help you get it out, and but instead, you feel the shocking pains from the tip of your spine to the bottom of your feet. It's like a grounding effect. Blurred vision, headaches, stomach pains, cramps, muscle spasm, uncontrolled blood pressure issues on 2 or 3 blood pressure pills, fatigue, stinging and burning skin, loss of concentration, ringing in your ears, heat sensation to the skin from the scanning devices, frictions of the vibrations that's going on with somebody calling and dialing, and this thing is working constantly in your flesh. It's torture every single day. And every time you try to find help, you go to doctors, and their hands are tied from giving you the proper medical treatment that you need and deserve.
Thank you, ma'am. I think we got a question from one of the committee members. Ms. Oliver, is it yours or no? Who was it? So on the end, Ms. Weldon?
Ma'am, did you say you have a microchip?
Yes, I do. And this microchip was put in my vaginal and rectum area. And I have been dealing with rape and sexual assault with them trying to take it out. When you try to make people accountable for what they have done to you, then they go to any extremes in trying to get it removed. And these are the issues that anyone, not just me, but any person who wants to make people accountable for the implant that they put in them, they will deal with all kind of harassment, all kind of torture as a result of you speaking up.
Just as a side note, this is something that they call touchless torture, or silent weapons for quiet wars. All right, this is one of the reasons they did that. What they do in with targeted individuals and how do you say it? Gang stalking. All right, the end game with all of this is for you to commit suicide, and every time you try to tell anybody about your problems, it just makes you look crazy. So for this lady coming to try to tell somebody, hey man, the government put a microchip in my vagina and in my asshole, and they keep vibrating the shit all damn day long, most people gonna look at her like she crazy, especially back in this point in time. You know, she referenced a beeper. You know, when was the last time you seen people walking around with beepers? So you see what I'm saying? This is a pretty old video, but nevertheless, you try telling somebody that the government then chipped you without your knowledge or your well-being or your compliance, and they just blowing you up. They just vibrating you and torturing you, and everybody walking around with their cell phones. Every time you come in the near field with these cell phones, they vibrating you and they raping you with these microchips, just basically for fun and torture. They just doing this for torture. There's not no research or nothing they trying to get out of it, but they just doing this for torture purposes. You know, if some black lady like this was to go and tell the government something like what she trying to do right now to these government, look at the people at the board, they just looking around like, get her ass off of here. Nobody believed this. Like, you so unimportant. Nobody would take and spend time and money to invest in a microchip, to put a microchip in your ass and in your vagina just for you to be tormented with. But this is what Esau does, and this is what the scriptures say. All right, they tormented day and night those that took that shit. All right, because we know ultimately the ultimate judgment is they're gonna be burnt up in the thermonuclear missiles. All right, continuing on.
Let me get him going. You want to ask me further? Anything further from any members of the committee? Ms. Garvey, is it Ms. Garvey? Is that right? Is that her name right? Gary? Ms. Gary, is it?
Yeah, Miss Gary.
Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, Ms. Gary.
And that one other thing, you mentioned, gentlemen, you mentioned about the implant and being put in criminals. I feel like our right to, this deals with our right to our body integrity. This is a God-given right. When we are born, we are naked. We only have our bodies.
Let me ask. Hold your comments. We can get some questions to you.
Okay.
Mr. Maddox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess I may have just missed.
She made the simplest point there, and they couldn't address that. You was born with your naked body. That's the one thing that you came into this earth with, and the one thing that you're going to have when you leave this earth with is your body the whole time. You see what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be yours. And, hey, they can't even see that. But, well, let's just get back to the questions. You know, they don't really care.
I was just curious. You're saying this was an involuntary?
Involuntary, yes. I am in the U.S. appeal court right now. This case has been going on for the last eight years. And we're trying to get some help in trying to
Now, back then, they was doing it involuntarily inside the prison systems. You know, you would get time cut for experiments or in the government, military, and things like that. Nowadays, they're doing it involuntarily by spraying it out of the air with nanobots and vaccines and so on and so forth. But this is just showing the, you know, the torturous effects of being tormented day and night. All right.
Get this outlawed and get some justice in that. I feel like Senate Bill 235 is on the right side of justice. This is an issue that is ongoing.
Comments. We'll get the questions done.
Okay.
Anything further, Mr. Manning?
That's all.
All right. Anything further from the committee? Let me ask Ms. Gary this. Who implanted this in you?
I feel like mine is...
You don't know who did it?
Yes. I'm one of the federal government research with this microchip.
And who in the federal government is implanted it?
Now, there's a guy sitting right beside her to the right. Or, yeah, well, if you're looking at the screen to the right in the gray, if you just notice his body language, you see, they know what's going on. They expecting and hoping that Jake is just going to be dumb and not know what's going on and just sit there and look stupid. The targeted individual program just go, you know, right on along. She just looks stupid. She's not going to be informed. But she's like, oh, I know exactly who did this. And right before she started exposing it, and she's saying that the government did this involuntarily, they start, you know, oh shit, we about to be, you know, in trouble. Because they know it the whole time. They just hoping that she's not going to, you know, be smart to know what's going on.
The department.
Check out this guy's body language.
Yes. I'm one of the federal government research with this microchip.
And who in the federal government is implanted?
This is the Department of Defense.
All right.
And this is the court case that is pending before the U.S. Appeal Court.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else wish to address the committee that hasn't had a chance to speak? If not, we will close off public input. Yes, ma'am. You have to come around and let you take a seat here.
I'm Margene Burt, Alpharetta, Georgia. I have several people from an organization up there that's standing here. They might like to raise their hands that are opposed to it.
Put your hand, put the mic down where they can hear you a little better now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it off with there. But there, as you see, you know, this woman was going through torture day and night, you know. And at that point in time, you see how they was asking. They didn't want to hear no more of her statements, no more of a reveal, and they just, you know, basically was fishing to see how much information she really know about what's going on. Do you know who did this to you? Oh, the government did it to you. Who in the government? Oh, the Department of Defense. Well, she know more than what she need to know. Time to go ahead and take her out or torture her even more. But nevertheless, man, you get this here chip in this technology, man. There ain't no turning back from that. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, RAKAKWADASH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great MILLSTONE that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Stay strong. Shalom.